Hey guys, I'm the Coaster Key, and due to family issues, I'm going to be in my dorm for a little while at the very least. So, with the entire epidemic going on, today is the first day of online classes. And so I just kind of wanted to bring you through the entire process that I'm gonna be going through with these online classes and what's going to be happening around me in the dorm at this point in time. So, I guess I'll start off there. I woke up at 8 o'clock and now it is 8:30 because I spent about 30 minutes in bed having an existential crisis. And so now I've woken up and have realized that I have a very, very messy setup. My room is a mess. Just a complete and utter mess, and so I'm going to have to be cleaning that up. So cleaning up my room a bit so that these vlogs aren't completely horrible, and then just figuring out life. No, it's gonna be clean up my room, try to get a workout in because I'm very proud of the strength that I've gained through playing water polo, but since I'm not allowed to go outside, going to the pool is obviously not an option, and unfortunately the bathtub can't overflow enough to act as a pool, and I'm pretty sure it's illegal for me to flood my room. So I'm just gonna have to do what I can on dry land. So that's what we're doing today. Jeez, what kind of slob lives here putting trash in a cup, in a mug? So much trash, so much garbage. Here's a bowl that needs to be cleaned because some lazy person just left that. I'm sorry, bowl. Some lazy person just left that lying out there all night. Some headphones, remnants of a character sheet, some scratch paper from an OChem quiz, all that can be thrown away, pencils and stuff, I guess I need those. Water bottle should be refilled. Stay hydrated, folks. What's up here? Forms, trash. Oh, and my dragon ring. I guess I'll wear you for good luck. This is my glow-in-the-dark dragon ring. Hashtag not spawn. But I'll just have that for good luck in these trying times. There we go. It's God, I'm horrible at holding this camera. There you go. Alright. So this looks cleanish. I just have to get rid of all my notes for all my videos. You know, the scripted rambling videos. That's what they look like before they're filmed. Just notes on a piece of paper with 5 million hair ties. That's my life, folks. That's my life. Oh, and hand sanitizer. This video brought to you by hand sanitizer. The only thing keeping any of us sane. So, now we get to wash dishes. Yay! Yeah, washing dishes, and now I have to take my ring off because I, the stupid person, forgot that obviously it's better if you wash dishes not with a ring, so there we go. I swear I'm washing dishes and my knives, or my mixers more accurately, because these are what I use to live off of powdered drinks right now. Water and mixing knives. I dropped one of the knives on the floor, so now I have to rewash it. Yay! This mug comes with a spoon. How exciting. Another spoon to clean. I'm always happy to clean spoons, because it's always fun to get that good old spray of water back at me. Good way to wake up in the morning is to wash some spoons and let them spray water directly into your face. As I know everyone watching this can agree. Don't you all wake up with a nice spray to the face? It's a great way to wake up in the morning. Forget your cup of coffee. Just need the spoon. And you don't have to even wash the cup. And you don't have to pay for the coffee. It's a win-win-win. We've done that. Now I need to get a towel. So the most important thing to remember when living in the apocalypse is to not forget the little things, you know. The little things of make sure you dry off all of your utensils so that you don't get mold on them. The little things of making sure that you just keep your life going despite the fact that nothing else seems to be going right now. Government can shut down a lot. You cannot shut down your life yet. I'm sure they're working on it. But for now, we are all free to do things like clean dishes. Wow, what a freedom. What a world we live in where this is allowed. Where I can, be my own person and clean my own dishes and have that nice satisfaction. Because at the end of the day, it's just nice to know that there's things you can do from start to finish and just achieve. Take some control in your life, Don't just feel like everything's gone. You just take what you can control. If it's washing the dishes or exercise or whatever, and do those as much as you can, and it'll help keep you sane, because we as people desperately need that little bit of control, especially in times like this. So I encourage you, and I'm sure a lot of you have done this already because this isn't the first day of the quarantine, but I encourage you to find something that you can do and take control of that's like semi-productive. Like, you know how when you're procrastinating and you find something that's just productive enough to make it so that your mind doesn't scream at you for doing that instead of the thing you're procrastinating on? That's the exact kind of thing you want to do in these kinds of times. Something semi-productive, but not, ideally so. Fortunately for the state of the workout, I already have a mat, which I essentially got because I was being very antisocial. And I was like, if I'm going to do curl-ups, it's either going to be in an enclosed room with a trainer and maybe 5 other people, or it's going to be on my own because I do not need anyone seeing me fail curl-ups. So that means I have a mat, which means I can do stuff, because I've tried doing stuff without the mat and it doesn't work. I've got a very slippery floor and it just does not work out. So here we go. Now I've got to go ahead and find my own personal trainer, because what is a YouTuber without their own personal trainers? Yeah, we'll go ahead and, whatever, Natasha, you're going to be our trainer for today. Wow, you're very bright with your light blue. This isn't the exercise, but I'm dying right now. So we're just gonna be here in a kind of range. Oh, I'm dead. Guys, I can't. I swear, there's room here. Just not a lot of it. I love squats. No, I don't. I hate squats so much. My legs are shaking. They add something to this plank, but I'm just doing a plank. She does it so fast. So I finished it, kind of. I'm sure editor me will call me out on exactly what I did and didn't do, but we're just gonna do one last thing, because I'm stubborn and because I don't want to lose my arm strength. We're just gonna go for a solid set of like 25 push-ups. We'll see if I can do that. But here goes. I can barely catch my breath. I've been thinking that it's a possibility that I have what's called exercise-induced asthma. I have no idea if it's true, but it's an excuse I like to use to make up for however many exercises I skipped in that rotation. That and the fact that my legs are weak as shit. But for the rest of the day, just so you know, I'm gonna have these. These are 5-pound leg weights, and that's 5 pounds on each leg. That's not 2.5 and 2.5 on each. And I'm gonna have these for the rest of the day. So whenever I walk around or have my feet off the ground or whatever, you're gonna be training those legs that are so weak right now. So that's fun. But yeah, once I get these on, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make breakfast, drink some Diet Powerade, because that's what I have, and yeah, that's what's next. So it's now just a bit past 9:30, and I have my breakfast of 2 hot dogs, some oatmeal, and an orange. And since my class doesn't start until 2, because my Latin class doesn't start till tomorrow apparently, that means I'm gonna have, I'll have a little bit of downtime. So I'm gonna give myself just some YouTube downtime, whatever, until about 11, and then I'm going to have to start either figuring out the software that we're going to be using for the online classes, or I can just procrastinate more and make a YouTube video. Who knows? But that's what is going on. Yay. Let's go watch some actual YouTubers. So it's now 12:30. Yes, I know I said I'd be done with stuff at 11:30, but my dad called and stuff came up and I got distracted. And so yeah, now I'm behind on schedule because I am great at life. But now I'm going ahead and exploring the world of Zoom, specifically the world of Zoom.Arizona, where we are going to be taking our classes today. I'm also just double checking if one of my classes, which it sounded like was going to procrastinate even further, I mean, procrastinate is not the right word, postpone is the correct word, to tomorrow. I'm just triple checking that that is still occurring because I do not want there to be a mistake when it comes to that. So, yeah. But the rest of the day is going to be my classes. So I'm just going to triple check this. So I've been messing around with Zoom for a while now, and even though my Latin class says that classes are resuming Wednesday, today, I just went into the Zoom room, which took me way too long to find, for my Latin teacher, and it's completely dead silent. There's currently just this little pop-up on my computer that's essentially saying, like, waiting for them to start the room, and I'm just like, that's great. I hope I don't get in trouble for not coming in, because, oh my gosh. It's just a mess right now. It's really just a mess. Yeah, it's still not going, and I don't know what to do for that class. It looks like for my Latin class, they just don't have their act together yet. My bioethics class, on the other hand, I'm sorry to the camera, the bioethics class, on the other hand, has its stuff a lot more together. It's a lot easier to see where the links are for Zoom and everything, so I gotta say, props to my bioethics teacher, who is my oldest professor. He is doing a great job at adapting to the circumstances. I don't know what my Latin teachers are doing. They're really young, because Latin is taught by 3 TAs and a professor. But all of them are young. Even the professor is young. And for some reason, their format was so much harder to figure out. And now they're not here, and I just don't know what's going on. So, since I don't know what's going on, I'm just going to get ahead in my other classes right now in this hour. And if the meeting starts, the meeting starts. And if it doesn't, then I've been productive anyway. So, win-win, I suppose. I don't know. It's a bit stressful. I will say that figuring out this entire new system is stressful, and I am thankful that I don't have OChem on the first day I'm trying to figure this out, because my OChem teacher would not be patient. She would probably be like, you better figure it out, or you're gonna get a 0 in participation. We'd all be like, oh no. So that's good at least. But yeah, so far as it's going, it's not great. Not great. So, yeah. Hi, I'm back. So, my Latin teacher did end up connecting, which was great. But yeah, it turns out today is just a test day. So, I just ended up, shooting the breeze with her for about 10 minutes. Anything to stave off that horrible feeling of isolation that I've... Honestly, the isolation isn't too bad yet, but I'm sure it'll get there, so... interspersing life with these little social interactions is good, and I even have a D&D thing coming up later today, so that's good. But yeah, we just talked for a while, and tomorrow will be the real test day for Latin, is what I learned. But for my bioethics class, there is no test day. Today is just the day, and so I have to read an article for bioethics in, 43 minutes, which doesn't sound bad, but it's an 11-page article. And, yeah, so that's fun. I'm gonna do that instead of continuing to make this video, even though I love talking to you guys a lot more than I'm gonna love reading this article, but that's life, so let's get into it. So, just finished my bioethics small discussion, which was a discussion between me and 5 other people, including the professor, and it went okay. I will say that one of the things with Zoom is awkward silence is like 10 times worse because you're all just kind of staring around the blank space and you start wondering if your mic was muted or whatever. So it's a very like odd situation to be in for sure. But for the most part, it all worked pretty well. I had to show my professor how to use a little bit of the technology, but he had most of it down. And then I also managed to swing it so that next week's discussion is gonna be on coronavirus. So this time next week, I'll have a lot more information. We're all gonna be divided into roles to to research various aspects of it and the various effects it's having, so that's going to be a lot of fun for the discussion next week, and probably a lot less dead air than what happens when pretty much no one has read the paper, and the ones that have just kind of sped read it before the class. So all in all, it went about mediocre. Could have gone better, but I am looking forward to the lecture a little bit later today because hopefully that'll be a whole lot more engaging and it'll be a whole lot less awkward silence because in the lecture format, obviously, it's a lot less important that everyone is interacting. Also, huge tip if you are in the Zoom like reality right now, make sure you have headphones because there were some people that had like notification sounds going off on their computer, and since they didn't have headphones in, we all got to hear the very loud notification sounds instead of just them. So headphones work wonders, or anything that you can stick in your ears to make it so that the sound is going there and not directly into whatever's recording your voice. And then microphones are a wonderful thing. But everyone seemed to do pretty well without a microphone, so I would not say that microphones are necessary, but I would highly, highly suggest that you use some sort of hearing thing to make sure that you don't get like too much background noise in the mix. So, oh, and being in rooms without a lot of echo is also a huge important thing. So make sure to test the rooms that you're gonna be recording in, because if you have too much echo, you are not understandable. So, yeah, anyway, that was my first experience, and it was pretty interesting. So now I've got a bit of downtime until the lecture. The lecture's at 4:30. It's currently 3 o'clock. In this downtime, I'm probably going to spend about an hour doing various projects, probably preparing the idea for tomorrow's video, and then I'm going to go down and get some food. So I'll join you back to get a look at how the food system is working here at the Honors Village right now. So see you in a second. So I just finished my second class of the new system, and it was a lecture-based class, but it was also a class that we break into discussion groups for, so I got to experience that whole functionality of Zoom, and it was interesting because essentially what my professor did is he split us up into 30 rooms for the 80 people in the class or whatever, and then all of a sudden you were just like face to face with the other person, and I'm not sure if it makes sure that the people that are streaming video get matched up with the other people that are streaming video or what, but I did get matched up with another person, and I gotta say, it was really cool to not have the stress of trying to figure out someone to talk to for the discussion. It was really nice to have the one-on-one face-to-face conversation where both of you can just get into it. Now, I was lucky enough to get someone that was actually interested in the material, so we had a really good conversation. And it's possible that if you get a person that's like not that interested, then these conversations can drag on or something. but for what it was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Also, credit to Zoom, the video thing worked. Like, the professor was able to not only show the PowerPoint, but he was able to show us videos with sound and everything. So that was really cool, and everyone was able to show your face if you wanted to, or just ghost it if you didn't feel like showing your face. So, honestly, the lecture went pretty well. The only problem it had was when the professor was showing videos, they tended to lag a lot. Like, I can tell you that a lot of things lose a lot of their potential and a lot of their emotional impact when the words have not caught up with the images and everything's just freeze framing every 2 seconds. So that was the only problem that we really experienced in the lecture, that and that the polling thing didn't work the way my professor thought it did, so that didn't work. But we're moving towards a solution, and I frankly, it's a lot better than I thought, because I've never liked online instruction because I've always hated how impersonal it is. But because Zoom allows you to record yourself and to record your audio and everything, and since I have this beautiful setup for YouTube, it makes it super, super easy for me to just jump in and be like, yes, I have a question, or yes, I have a comment, especially when other people are like not in the position to do so because they don't have a good mic or a good setup or anything. So honestly, I'm participating more than I ever did in that class, and I'm having a great time doing it. It's just better for me because it's worse for everyone else. So yeah, no, give and take, give and take. I wasn't able to get the meal before the class because the dining hall is now only open certain hours. It's 5 to 7. So now that it is 5:49, I'm able to go down there and get some food and bring you guys along with, and we'll see if they let me record that area. So let's go. So I'm back. Even yesterday, the way the dining plan worked, or the way the cafeteria was working, the dining thing, was different from today. 1 day difference, probably having to do with the fact that we now have a state of emergency declared in Arizona. But yesterday, just to give you a picture, what was happening is when you would walk in, you went in and you had to go up to each person essentially individually, and you would get like a helper, and the helper would be on the other side of your food, and the helper would be the person that's like putting all of your food into the little to-go box. And so you would be able to go around the buffet getting everything that the buffet typically had, and, go in about your life that way. So in a way, it was all fine because you still had all of the choice, it's just a little more social interaction. Today, however, you get this. So you go up to them and they say, okay, would you like Chick-fil-A, a salad, or some other third option that I forgot? I got Chick-fil-A sandwich. And so you get, first of all, you get a drink. They have like apple juice, orange juice, vitamin water, various stuff, but the fountain drinks are not being dispensed anymore. So that's a note. My blue Powerade has now gained its weight in gold. It's worth its weight in gold. So let's see what else. So here's the sandwich. It's a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. You can see the beautiful color of the Chick-fil-A bag. With it, we have lovely baked barbecue, less fat chips from Lay's. A whole 140 calories. I see they're dealing with the whole obesity issue at the same time. Also, we have Chick-fil-A sauce, because if you don't have Chick-fil-A sauce, then this whole entire thing is sad. And a fudge brownie, so I guess the obesity thing's a bust. And, a Granny Smith apple. That's nice. That's my favorite kind of apple. So that's my baggie. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's like getting rations at an army or something like this, and you can only go at these very specific times. And if you try to go at any other time, I'm assuming they're just not there. So it's interesting. Very interesting the way this is all working. But anyways, the only good thing about this was it went so fast that I'm going to be on time to meet up my friends from good old Tustin High for some D&D. So I'm excited to just go ahead and hop on into that because it didn't take nearly as long as I thought to do everything I had to do, so that's cool. Hey guys, I'm currently in the process of editing the video, and because of that, my camera needs to be plugged in, so that's why we're in a weird place. But I felt that it was necessary to update you on the food situation, which has improved significantly since yesterday. It is very interesting. So today, again, there were 3 options. There was a chicken option, there was a pulled pork option, and there was a vegan option, a salad. And so here, now we're back to the containers. These are the containers they give. And I think I can flip this over. And you've got chicken, broccoli, and mashed potatoes. So this is already like the same amount as what they gave me yesterday, essentially. You do still have the drinks. They ran out of vitamin water, unfortunately. So we have Sprite now. The same chips and brownie situation as yesterday. But now we have cute little rolls. Not only do we have cute little rolls, but we have grapes, and a frick ton of grapes. And not only do we have rolls and grapes, but we have, I don't know what this is. I think it might be guacamole. I don't know what this is, guys. That could just be coronavirus for all I know. I don't know what that is. It's probably a dressing for the salad. Yeah, there's a little salad too. They've upped their game. And not only do you get all of that, but then you get to go over to this other area where you get to pick out a snack, and they've got tons of different kinds of snacks. They've got peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and various fruit platters and cheese platters and whatever, and I got a cheese and fruit platter. This is from Starbucks. They probably, since the Starbucks on campus shut down, they probably just transferred all of the stuff over here so it wouldn't go to waste. But anyways, we have these now, and you can then choose a little fruit cup, and so I got pineapple, but they had like strawberries, grapes, what have you, cantaloupe. So overall, it's a much bigger haul than yesterday, and I felt like if I didn't mention it, then I would be slandering my school, so there you go, back to past me. And so we end in the same garbage lighting that we began, because I am too lazy to turn on the light. It is now 12:40 in the morning, and now you're starting to see why these videos get uploaded so late, because all of the free time that I have at reasonable times of the day, I'm doing other stuff, like being a lazy jerk and not doing the videos. But anyways, what happened was we had the D&D session, except at 6, we got in, we were like, alright, we're gonna start D&D, and then 2 hours later, we finally started D&D, which, we were just trying to figure out the software, we were hanging out, we were doing stuff, we were not playing D&D. And then we played D&D until like 11-ish, 11:30-ish, I think more like 11. And then after that, I ended up just talking to my friends for another hour and a half and making 500,000 logos for the channel, because of course I did. Or actually my friend Seb did, so that was cool, but that's the end and start of my day, and it has been a day indeed. For the rest of this week, I'm not going to be doing as comprehensive day in the life videos. What I'm going to be doing is just compiling little moments, little reactions from various experiences to kind of put together into a compilation to be released at some point. I don't know what point, because I don't know when this is all going to end, but I figure that that's better than just inundating you with a bunch of coronavirus updates all the time, and instead we can focus on actual comedy stuff and fun things like that. But if you want to be inundated with coronavirus updates all the time, let me know in the comments and we can work something out, like starting each video with them or something like that. But anyways, that does it for me. It is 42 minutes past my late bedtime and an hour and 42 minutes past my ideal bedtime. So I failed on all accounts. Today's just been a day of failure, but some days that's how it goes. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching and for sticking through the end of who knows how long this video is going to be when I edit it down. I'm sure there's over an hour of footage in there, and I don't know if it's going to end up being 20 minutes or 5, but thanks for sticking through whatever it was. And most of all, I hope that you all, despite the coronavirus, despite whatever else might be going on in your life, freaking hit my mic. I hope you all, I'm lippy at night, you can tell. God. I hope that you all soar high and enjoy your ride of life. Bye.